This is Charter Local Edition. I'm Brad Pomerance in Victorville, part of our road show, and we are joined by Johnny Buck Woodard. He is a council member in Adelanto, right near Victorville. And so I want to speak with you about the question of marijuana in our state. As you know, in 1996, the voters of California passed regulations, passed an initiative allowing medical marijuana usage. Recently, and finally, the state of California passed some regulations surrounding medical marijuana usage. As part of those regulations, the state told municipalities, you need to pass your own regulations with regard to cultivation. The date is in question, but be that as it may, many cities are now starting to pass cultivation bans. Adelanto passed a cultivation
well, you know, it's an
ordinance.
It's an ordinance. In layman's terms, we can call it a new law, maybe.
And are you allowing cultivation in Adelanto?
Yes, commercial cultivation for the research and development for medicinal purposes, for all kinds of different cures and everything.
Sir, this is a huge development. It's a very significant development because most cities, virtually every city that I know, has been a little nervous about the cultivation question, and because of an upcoming deadline that may get pushed regardless. The deadline, if you don't pass it, we're going to have the state come in and regulate. Everyone's just been passing bans, even if in the end they may allow cultivation. But Adelanto, I think it was a 4-1 vote, specifically decided, no, we're ready to allow for cultivation. What was the thinking?
Well, I'll tell you what, our city was broke. That's why I ran for office.
Right.
I remember from the last time.
Yes, I do.
It's like, well, you know, you're going to pass a tax on people for your failed policies. That's not going to fly.
Right.
And I'm the only one who said suicide, political suicide. I mentioned the M word.
Marijuana.
Marijuana. And I had nothing to lose. The city had nothing to lose. They were already gone. So I mentioned it, I got elected, and I took a year to get it done.
The cultivation question.
The cultivation question, and quite to my surprise, I was thinking in terms of dispensaries.
Right.
Quite to my surprise, there's a whole nother industry here for medicinal purposes, subtracting CBDs and stuff, infusing that into new narcotics and medications that for a multitude of different kind of cures.
And in some cases, the THC, which is the active ingredient for the euphoria, is removed.
Right. They take the THC out, and if it gets below a certain amount, I mean, you could sell it in any drugstore currently.
Right.
So one of the companies that came to town, Adelanto Research and Technologies, ART.
Oh, ART, nice.
They're one of the new companies that opened up, and Goodman Research Institute, they're opening up.
So in terms of the taxing question or the revenue question, how will Adelanto, by allowing cultivation, bring in revenue? Is it that there's a business, so it's a business tax, or is it they're selling? I mean, if you're cultivating, are you still selling?
Well, here's how it kind of works. Okay, here's a breakdown. Okay, this isn't a dispensary, and you can't get a green card and just go over there because they won't let you through the gate.
And ironically, Adelanto still has an ordinance against medical marijuana dispensaries.
This is true.
So it's kind of ironic, but be that as it may, so explain.
Well, here with the dispensaries, we have some pretty big people coming to town. Willie Nelson and the Marley
some
Brothers
of your old friends.
And Snoop Dogg. I heard is coming moving to town. Well, what happens is they pick up their products and they purchase it right there on the spot. And they drive their big trucks. So wherever you're going to truck it off to, Canada, across the country, wherever it goes, there's a point of sale right there.
And so it's the sales tax.
The sales tax comes to the city.
But can I go there and buy it? I thought it's not a dispensary per se.
No, it's not.
So it's a distribution.
It's a distribution center.
I see. So a human being, I mean, they're not going to just show up.
You couldn't get past the armed guards.
And so are we moving forward?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. We've recently approved 25 licenses.
Wow.
There was a $7,000 non-refundable fee for that for your background checks.
Well, that will help in terms of the revenue that the city needs.
I think in 2 days we just watched about $200,000 walk into our general fund.
Okay, no complaints there.
Out of that, we got to do the background check. So I don't know.
And how are you making sure that safety is not a question? I mean, I don't know. if there are huge issues with cultivation and crime surrounding it, but is that of concern?
Right. It's not too much of a concern. Naturally, it comes to play whenever you make a new ordinance in this scenario. But they're going to have guards out there.
Right.
They have cameras that are 24 hours. They have fences up around it. There's no signs up there except for the sign of the business, like Adelanto Research and Technology, Goodman Research Institute. There's 2 of them, but there's 25 of them.
So are you looking to now reverse your ordinance on dispensaries?
Well, here's the thing about it. When we first went into this, they were tied together, and we just knew, like, we're going to have to untie those. You can't do the dispensaries and this at the same time.
Okay.
Because if somebody challenges this will be held back. We knew we were up against time constraints with the state of California because good old Jerry Brown wants his cut.
Oh, well, there you have it.
So, anyways, that's normal.
So let me ask you, though, it may be that this question in terms of dispensaries becomes moot because in November there will be a ballot initiative that would legalize marijuana. And we know that in most places, when there has been an initiative on the ballot in the last couple years, they pass.
Right.
I mean, Ohio, it didn't pass recently, but that was as a result of a sense that there were too many commercial interests with their hands in the cookie jar. What is Adelanto doing in preparation of what some would say is probable legalization of marijuana?
Well, through our distribution centers and stuff, we're going to be on the forefront. All this stuff's going to be grown, produced, packaged, shipped. All the products are going to say made in Adelanto, California.
There you have it. It's a seal. Is it going to be like Napa wines or Bordeaux wines? Adelanto marijuana.
Willie's Private Reserve.
Why not?
You're going to have the Marley Brothers are coming in. Snoop Dogg's got his. I'm not sure about Melissa Etheridge because I heard she's got a.
Is this true? So you're really hoping to brand Adelanto as a marijuana?
Let me tell you. I shook hands with a couple of billionaires that have come to town. We have money that's come all the way from Wall Street, as far away as Israel, as far away as China.
On this marijuana cultivation question.
Yes. And, literally millions and millions and millions of dollars are flowing into Adelanto now.
Are they growing in grow houses indoors or is it outdoors?
No. These are all indoors in industrial scenes. Under really clean, they call it clean like a hospital.
Using clean energy?
Yeah, it's going to have clean energy, but you go in there, you got to wear booties and you got to wear a hat and all that.
Right. I would be remiss if I didn't ask you about the upcoming Blues Festival. Was the first one last year, is that right?
Yeah, we had our first one last year, and it was great. We kicked it off with Canned Heat and had really great bands. New Blues Revolution put on a great show, and we had some other great bands. It's a brand new thing, so it's growing. So,
But tell me when it is. I want to be able to promote this for you. May, you can say that date.
Okay, here's the deal. May 14th, Adelanto, California, at the new Adelanto Stadium, we're calling it now.
Okay.
We have, I think, 8 bands lined up currently. We have a couple of headliners that we're going to hold back without saying who they are right now. But, hey, tickets to get in this year, 18 and up, $15.
Not bad.
If 12 to 18, $5.
He is Johnny.
Below 12 years old, you're in for free. Bring your kids. Have a great time.
His name is Johnny Bug Woodard. He is a council member in Adelanto. I am in Victorville today. My name is Brad Pomerance. This is Charter Local Edition.